Welcome back to Echoes of War, the podcast that explores the history of human conflict, from the silent bones of ancient battlefields to the roar of modern warfare. In episode 1, we uncovered the unrecorded origins of violence, tribal skirmishes, survival conflicts, and mythic whispers. Today we take a step forward in time, into the Bronze Age, when war was no longer just spontaneous. It was planned, practiced, and professionalized. Let's explore how war evolved into an institution. The Bronze Age spans roughly from 3300 to 1200 BCE, depending on the region. It began when humans learned to smelt copper and tin into bronze, a harder, more durable material than stone or pure copper. And that changed everything. Weapons like bronze swords and daggers, spears with leaf-shaped tips, armor and shields, chariots with spoked wheels. These weren't tools of hunting. These were tools of mass violence. This era gave rise to civilizations such as Sumerians and Akkadians in Mesopotamia, ancient Egyptians along the Nile, Indus Valley in India, Shang dynasty in China. Each developed organized armies, each built walls, each waged war. Before this time, we assume war happened, but now we know it happened. The first recorded war, likely the Sumerian conflict between Lagash and Umma, around 2500 BCE, documented on the stele of vultures. It shows phalanx of soldiers, spears in formation, and even divine support from gods like Ningirshu. In Egypt, Pharaoh Narmer united Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE through war. His conquest is depicted on the Narmer palette. These weren't raids, these were state-sponsored conquests. Armies became institutionalized. Standing forces trained full-time. Command structures and ranks emerged. Siege techniques developed. Battering rams, ladders, fire. Fortifications like moats, towers, and citadels. Kings weren't just rulers anymore. They were generals, often defied through military success. Religion began to justify war. In Mesopotamia, kings claimed divine mandate. In Egypt, war expanded math, cosmic order. In Vedic India, war became part of dharma, duty. War became sacred. It became systemic. In the Indian subcontinent, the Rig Veda mentions various battles among Aryan tribes. The Battle of the Ten Kings is one of the earliest. A coalition of tribes fought against King Sudas of the Bharatas. It was fought on the banks of Purushni River, modern Ravi. It ended with tremendous bloodshed, poeticized in hymns. Here too, we see war intertwined with ritual, divinity, and heroism. All of this leads us toward the Kurukshetra war, not just a spiritual metaphor, but likely rooted in the Bronze Age reality of clan, warfare, and moral dilemmas. So what did the Bronze Age give us? The blueprint of future empires, the normalization of war as politics by other means, the first military industrial revolutions. It taught humans how to plan wars, justify wars, institutionalize wars, and sadly, how to pass it on to the next generation. In episode 3, we turn east to India's legendary Kurukshetra battlefield. What was the war between the Pandavas and Kauravas really about? Was it history, mythology, or both? And how does it compare to other great Bronze Age wars? Subscribe and follow for episode 3 of Echoes of War. And remember, the past doesn't just echo, it instructs.